Are you planning to upgrade to Apple's next Pro iPhone but worried about breaking the bank? Well, there's some surprisingly good news that might make your day. The iPhone 18 Pro series is expected to launch at the same price as the current models, despite rising component costs across the tech industry. Yes, you heard that right. Apple is reportedly working hard to keep prices steady for its 2026 flagship phones. And in today's video, we're diving into everything we know so far, from pricing rumors and release timelines to potential game-changing features like a 6,000 mAh battery and satellite internet connectivity. If you're curious about what Apple could have in store 2 years from now, stick around, because this is going to be interesting. Let's start with the pricing news that has everyone talking. According to analyst Jeff Pu of GF Securities, both the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max could launch at the same prices as their predecessors. That might not sound dramatic, but in today's tech landscape, it's a big deal. Component costs are rising rapidly, especially memory chips, as AI companies buy massive quantities for data centers. Normally, that means higher prices for consumers, but Apple appears determined to absorb those costs instead of passing them on. Reports suggest Apple is negotiating better deals with suppliers like Samsung and SK Hynix while trimming costs in other components to balance the equation. This strategy allows Apple to protect its margins without raising the price you see in stores, a rare move in a year when hardware costs are climbing everywhere. As for timing, reports from China suggest Apple will begin testing iPhone 18 devices on production lines as early as January 2026, with mass production starting just before Chinese New Year in mid-February. That's unusually early if Apple plans to maintain its traditional September launch window, and it suggests the company is serious about staying on schedule. While external design changes may be modest, the internal upgrades are where things get exciting, starting with what could be the biggest improvement of all, the battery. Multiple sources claim the iPhone 18 Pro Max could be Apple's first phone to use a silicon anode battery, potentially pushing capacity to around 6,000 mAh compared to roughly 5,000 mAh in current models. Apple has long researched silicon battery chemistry, including patents describing porous silicon structures that increase energy density while controlling expansion, a key safety challenge. If successful, this could deliver significantly longer battery life, possibly even multi-day use, especially when combined with iOS optimizations and a more efficient chip. Display technology may also take a major step forward. Rumors suggest typical brightness could jump to 1,600 nits, with HDR peaks reaching 3,000 nits for better outdoor visibility. The Pro models are expected to feature energy-efficient LTPO OLED panels with 120 Hz refresh rates, and Apple may finally move Face ID under the display. The selfie camera could also sit beneath the screen without sacrificing image quality, while the dynamic island cutout is rumored to shrink significantly, giving users more usable screen space. Connectivity could see one of the most revolutionary changes. Reports indicate Apple has explored partnerships with SpaceX to bring full satellite internet connectivity via Starlink to the iPhone 18 Pro models. Current iPhones support emergency satellite messaging, but future models could allow real-time voice calls and data use in areas without cellular coverage. Availability would likely depend on carrier partnerships, but the potential impact for travelers and remote workers would be enormous. Other smaller changes may help Apple maintain stable pricing. Some reports suggest the standard iPhone 18 could lose certain haptic and touch-sensitive features in the camera control button, keeping only pressure sensitivity as a cost-saving measure. Meanwhile, the iPhone 18 Pro Max is rumored to become the heaviest iPhone ever, possibly exceeding 240 grams due to the larger battery and additional hardware. It may also be slightly thicker to accommodate these improvements, a trade-off many users would accept for better battery life and new capabilities. It's important to remember that none of this has been officially confirmed. These details come from supply chain reports, analyst predictions, and insider leaks. Apple is famously secretive, but the consistency across multiple sources suggests there may be truth behind the rumors. If accurate, the iPhone 18 series could represent one of Apple's most meaningful upgrades in years, combining stable pricing with major advances in battery technology, connectivity, and display design. So what does this mean for you? The steady pricing alone is encouraging for anyone planning an upgrade in 2026, and when paired with potential features like a 6,000 mAh battery, satellite internet, and under-display Face ID, the iPhone 18 Pro series could be well worth the wait. Whether you're planning to upgrade soon or hold out for these improvements, the next generation of iPhones is shaping up to be one of the most interesting yet.